This morning on The Dish, we pay a visit to l'appartement 4F. The bakery born inside a tiny Brooklyn apartment is now beloved by New Yorkers on both sides of the East River. As Lilia Luciano discovered, it's a bit of modern fairy tale with flour as the pixie dust.
Just off the scenic promenade overlooking the city in charming Brooklyn Heights lies a bakery that feels like the set of a New York City romance. By the lengths of the lines, you'd think everyone in New York is looking for love.
And an almond croissant?
Yeah. L'appartement 4F began with a meet-cute between a school nurse and a software engineer.
We met in a bar in the Upper East Side in 2016. Our eyes crossed, and then we talked.
Ashley Coiffat, a New Yorker. Her husband Gautier from Southeast France.
You like that one?
Neither had official culinary experience.
Okay, can I try that?
I always liked baking just for myself.
Yeah, I like this sweeter one though.
It started as a hobby in 2019.
It actually began with him making a sourdough starter.
Oh, like everybody else during COVID.
Yeah. He actually made it a little bit before the pandemic. It was just this like oozy thing that was falling out of a mason jar, and I thought it was gross and I would make fun of him for it. And then it wasn't until he actually made bread that I changed my tune.
Ashley changed her tune and her tone, she says, forcing the bread and sweets on her coworkers.
I bullied them into buying it, and they were like, sure, whatever. And then they came back after eating all of your croissants and pies and just handed me a little bit of money and said, okay, next week, whatever your French fiance wants to make, we'll buy more.
At the time, they needed the extra cash for their upcoming French wedding. Then came COVID. There suddenly was more time to spend in the kitchen and growing an audience of clients on social media. They grew so fast that Ashley reluctantly pivoted to meet the demand.
I loved working at the school that I was at. I worked so hard for it, so I didn't want to give it up right away. Gautier was excited to quit.
I think one of the hard part was the way my family took it.
Yeah.
Because if you tell them you're gonna go from being an engineer to a baker, it's
What did they tell you?
Do it.
like why? Yeah, you're gonna have no life, you have no money.
They took the dough and the dream so seriously, the business took over their tiny home.
Our whole apartment had basically turned into a bakery. We had a freezer in our bedroom. It was a tiny apartment. Our oven was breaking and our refrigerator was overheating.
Then serendipity, as if Brooklyn itself had been eavesdropping.
The Brooklyn Heights Association reached out to us and they're like, oh, we're looking for a bakery. Are you guys ever going to open a storefront? And we had no clue what that meant, but we decided, yes, we wanted to.
They put everything on the line. Their wedding fund, they racked up credit card debt, launched a Kickstarter, and even borrowed from neighbors. One thing they had was a name.
So I remember saying, oh, apartment 4F would be a good idea. But Ashley said, I think we should make it French. The official pronunciation would be l'appartement 4F.
They opened in May 2022, and the crowds have not stopped coming. The lines every weekend are endless.
Yeah, we were not expecting the lines. We thought it was going to be kind of like an in-and-out sleepy cafe.
I mean, my bed was this. I was
Yeah,
staying
he
here.
was like sleeping.
And we would sell out after an hour.
Today they have a test kitchen where dough is shaped, flattened into 28 layers, glazed with butter, and rolled into the perfect croissants. Others get bursts of color and flavor.
We call it le framboise. That's almond raspberry. So people think it's jam in there, but it's actually raspberry chocolate.
Oh, it's actually raspberry chocolate inside.
Yes.
Okay. The chocolate is imported from France, and the croissants topped with freeze-dried raspberries. Another original creation, rose petal pistachio, an homage to Ashley's Persian roots. And there's the Queen Amman.
That means butter cake.
My personal favorite, a plain croissant with a New York City twist. You also have the everything topping. How did you think of that?
I wanted it because I love everything bagels, and I feel like they're very New York. And so I asked if he would make an everything croissant. He said no.
Was
For
it
a
kind of
long time.
sacrilegious? Like
Yeah. But eventually he did it, and people like it.
For the true starring role of the story,
It's definitely a treat, like a special breakfast.
their world-famous petite céréale. It's so hard to make, the large box goes for $50 and sells out almost every day.
Just very, very, very thin layer.
The croissants are dehydrated for 12 hours, then topped with some cinnamon syrup. The milk is technically optional, but shouldn't be passed up. Have you tried to sell this in France? Do French people have strong opinions about croissant
Yes,
cereal?
I mean, some press came from France and asked us about it. They did a story, they came here and said, oh, we're gonna do a story about food in the US. But they didn't really explain the angle, and the angle was those people destroying French gastronomy.
But then they tried it.
Yeah, they say we have to admit we like it.
Yeah.
What is it like to see people experiencing for the first time, biting into the croissants and reacting in this way that I'm melting right now?
It's fun. I mean, sometimes I just go up here, I sit at a table and just be on my phone, but really I'm listening to people just...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You hear the reactions?
Yeah.
And that love at first bite keeps growing. They've opened a second location in New York's West Village, and at night in Brooklyn, what started as that bakery turns into a romantic candlelit wine bar and restaurant. So many people had side hustles or developed hobbies throughout the pandemic, and your story has continued to flourish.
I think it's because we were both honestly happy with where we were in life. I genuinely thought people should try his croissants. It wasn't to chase success or earn money or anything like that. It was just kind of genuinely like, I want people to try it. And I think that kind of comes across.
Gotta love their story. And what do you think? The croissant pretty good.
Oh my
God. I had the cereal, and I will say, you could eat it without, but I swear it's better with the milk. There's something about it. Everything is just delicious.
And the cookie, oh my gosh, it just wakes up your mouth. I've just fallen in crush land
Oh my God.
with her husband. I feel bad about that. Gautier, I'm sorry.
feel bad
I'm so
about that
sorry,
for her
Ashley.
or to
I
your
do.
own
I do.
husband?
Huh? Yeah, well, my husband too. He would
Sorry, Mark.
understand because those croissants are like killer.
Gautier, the raspberry one. Oh my God.
Oh, it's so good.